as of today, I'm pretty sure we can consider the fact that we are living in animation's golden age because every single animation film that has been released in the past like 5, 6 years have been pretty remarkable. There has been a lot of films that have different layers of how you can appreciate the film. I'm not saying every single animation film has been good, but I'm saying that there has been this resurgence of animation and just love for animation. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm appreciating more and more animation, now that Marvel is finally dead. We've been praying for this day for years. We get new things to appreciate, and animation is one of those things that just keeps on rising and rising. I personally have been getting more and more into animation. I'm pretty sure everyone else has since the first Spider-Verse movie, Miles Morales. And everything since that has like opened everyone else's eyes to appreciate different styles of animation, which is what has created this nuance of ways to present a story. We had that with, again, Spider Verse. We had that with Puss in Boots, and now TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Mutant Mayhem is honestly a movie that I had no expectations for. I didn't even know if I personally don't even know if it's a reboot. I think it's a reboot because it kind of makes sense if it is. Well, I mean, yes, it kind of is, but I don't know if they really consider that. Whatever. The point is, this movie, outside of all the other Ninja Turtle movies, is again animated completely different and just a fresher taste on that Ninja Turtle franchise or whatever you want to call it. I was a fan of the first ones, the weird ones. Always used to want to be the blue guy, Leonardo. But I can't be a turtle, unfortunately. I had no expectations for this movie. None at all. I saw the trailers and I was like, okay, this is going to be a very childish movie. This is Nickelodeon. I mean, Nickelodeon clearly. What does Nickelodeon have anymore? They literally only have SpongeBob and only old SpongeBob because new SpongeBob is trash. I mean, I don't even know if they actually continue with the new SpongeBob, but I saw recent new SpongeBob bits and pieces of the episodes and they look horrid. Old SpongeBob is peak animation. I'll just say that right now. This movie is surprisingly enjoyable in many degrees. It has flawless animation, very outstanding animation. Now I'll get that into that in a minute. The sound design is very good. The actors it has or the cast, I saw the cast at the end. I didn't even know who I was hearing. I saw John Cena, Ice Cube, and I was like, "What? Wait, when?" I thought like, and they all did a great job. This really, again, just like I said with Into the Spider Verse, this looks like a movie that was like made with passion. Like they wanted to make the movie. They weren't really focused on the dollar signs. They were like, let's just make something we love. Let's just have creative freedom. Let's just do what we want to do, and let's just do it. Right now, I'm praising the movie a lot, but obviously, it's not a perfect movie. Um, it's not exactly a perfect movie. It has a couple, I guess you could say minor complaints about the movie, which is like some situations towards like the third act of the movie where things just happen coincidentally, just like every other like superhero movie, whatever you want to call them, which is honestly just a pet peeve of mine at this point. But it's a kids movie. I don't really like to complain that much about kids movie. Like kids don't fucking care, only we do. And why would I punch down on a movie that's clearly made for kids? But I can still enjoy it. I can still look past those moments in the movie that I didn't exactly like and just enjoy it. This is a movie where you can just sit back, get some popcorn and just watch it and just enjoy it and appreciate the voice acting, the sound design, the comedy, and to top it all off, the animation. The animation in this movie is very interesting because it's like a blend between like what Spider Verse is and some other new techniques, I guess you could say. With that whole Spider Verse type of animation, I like one of the things that really stood out to me was the way they incorporated light, luminescence, where if the light is on, around the light there's the light bulb, and then around it there's like a fog of light, right? The way they explored that is just scribble around it, like switching every half second, and I thought that was genius. Like things like that, details like that is what makes you understand that this was really done like they were just like kind of I guess you could say what's the word for it. They were like limit testing, as we say in League of Legends. They were like limit testing. Let's see that. What would happen if we just try to do this dumb shit? What would happen if we tried to like do it like this, but then do it like that, do a little bit of 3D here, and then 2D in the back, and then and I just kept moving back and forth with it, and I thought it was great. The comedy as well is something that really surprised me. It actually made me. I'm not saying every joke landed, but the comedy was pretty good. It was kind of meta, honestly. It was kind of like Main Street say they name drop Drake and Avengers Endgame and TikTok and all that stuff, and you're like, okay, what the fuck? What kind of timeline are we on right now? But it's things where it kind of make it it's funny because it's true, right? Because it's very meta. It's like talking about real life shit, and that's probably what makes it the funniest. Overall, this is a kids movie, and most of the jokes are intended for adults. Yes, because I don't think kids anymore even know what Ninja Turtles are. So, and it's kind of it was a good gamble to do. I mean, then again, kids don't fucking pay attention to the dialogue anyways. They're just jumping up and down until they see a fight scene. So it's what it is. I saw a lot of people also complaining about how April looked and the fact that she is in this hot, sexy babe we all used to simp for back when we saw the original Ninja Turtles. And I do get your complaint, but in the sense of the story, I don't think it really affects it that much. I think it's all right. I mean, like I am 100% against you using iconic characters and then switching them to something completely different and being like, yeah, we're including everybody. That aspect I don't really like. I'm more like, you should like if you're just gonna reboot and make a new April, don't even call her April. Just call her something else. I don't know, but like, don't make it the same character. I already know what April looks like, so why are you completely switching her? Then again, I'll say it again, not many people were fan of the Ninja Turtles. And nowadays people are not exactly like into the universe and shit like that. People don't even remember the Ninja Turtles unless you mention them, right? Nobody refers to the Ninja Turtles. At least from my knowledge, I don't know about y'all, but I barely hear anybody talking about Ninja Turtles. In fact, I barely even see Halloween costumes about the Ninja Turtles. So, it's kind of a dead franchise, and I guess just rebooting and redoing it. It's not bad. I don't really have any complaints about April. It's just the fact that she was iconic and they switched her, but I guess it's fine. It still worked. It still did its job, right? She's just the complementary characters to the Ninja Turtles. All in all, I think this movie is a great time. I think it's just like a nice little movie. You can bring your cousins, your niece, your son, whoever, to just like sit down, relax, and just sit back and just enjoy the show. Enjoy it for the animation, enjoy it for the comedy, enjoy it for the voice acting, enjoy it for the soundtrack. It's just a nice little sit back, relax film. Family movie, good for all ages, I must say. Relatively funny with all the meta jokes, and it just has very interesting characters as well, because it's not just the Ninja Turtles and the bad guys. There's also other mutants in this movie, which are very interesting to see how they, talk to each other and their own unique personalities. And I thought that was great. I really think this movie is a good time. I recommend you to watch it because again, it's a very nice film, and I'm giving this movie like an 8 out of 10. I didn't really have much to complain about the movie. Again, it's a kids movie. I don't like to complain when I'm watching kids movie unless they're like utterly fucking garbage. And this was not even close to being utterly garbage. This was a really good film. Not Puss in Boots caliber, not Into the Spider Verse caliber, but it was still very good.